Hello guys, welcome to the Ship Color Palette. Today we'll be talking about Jegulus. Let's get into the intro part. This is the ship of James Potter and Regulus Black. James Potter is the father of Harry Potter, died on the night of 1981 October 21st, and was killed by Voldemort. In his Hogwarts school year, James was a charming, athletic, charismatic, but arrogant Gryffindor. He had also been considered as the leader and the heart of Marauders. Sirius viewed James as his brother and a savior who provided home away from his dysfunctional one, while for Remus, he respected his boldness and his protective nature. He described James and Sirius as the height of cool. And James was also portrayed as a cocky and arrogant person by Severus Snape. And the memories from the pensive that shows James was a bully. It was up until he got a chance with Lily and decided that he should match it up for her. James was portrayed as a much more complex, evolving character who shifted from a loyal friend but arrogant, bullying teenager to a selfless, brave, and loving husband and father. Regulus. He is Sirius' little brother, 1 year younger than him, and unlike his brother, he was sorted in Slytherin and became a Death Eater at the ripe age of 16. He and Sirius looked alike, and according to Harry, he was a slightly smaller, slighter, and less handsome version of Sirius. He had been described as an obedient, observant, and quiet child, and the favored son of the House of Black. He joined the Death Eater before he even graduated from Hogwarts to fulfill his family's expectations, especially after Sirius has left home. That is what Kreacher told Harry in the Deathly Hollows. After he saw Voldemort's cruelty and treated his house elves as disposable, when he thought that it was an honor to help the Dark Lord, he started to have second thoughts. In an act of redemption, with the help of Kreacher, he stole the Slytherin's locket, that is one of Voldemort's Horcruxes, though he didn't know at the time. He just knew that it was important to Voldemort. Drank the poison and ordered Kreacher to leave and try to destroy the locket. That leading himself to die at the age of 17 by injury. What is Jegulus? Well, this ship is one of the most confusing non-canon ship I've ever known. But this ship is also quite famous amongst the whole Marauders fandom. This ship is in the 10th place on the 2025 January to December top 100 list. 34th place in the 2025 all-time top 100, though it does not seem to be high, but it's still top 10 in all Harry Potter ships in this list. And from what I could search, it shows that this ship never appeared in the summer year's top 100 list until 2022, increasing 2,339 works that year, more than the works before that year that was just 792, making it increase till 61st place. And the next year after that, it spikes up again, going up to the 6th place, adding more 6,047 works that year. Jegulus, the most used ship name, is the combination of James and Regulus. The other pairing names include Star Chaser. Well, it references Star, Regulus' name being a star sign, and Chaser, James being a chaser in his Hogwarts day in his Quidditch team. Next, we have Sun Seeker. From what I could find, it is based on sunshine slash grumpy trope. It represents Seeker, Regulus, as in being drawn to the warmth and light of James, who was frequently associated with the sun. And then there's also JP slash RB or RB slash JP. When did Jegulus happen? Well, this ship started as early as 2005 on the Life Journal. It started to gain its massive popularity around 2020 on TikTok and then AO3. This pairing is often depicted as a hidden romance during the Marauders era. Why Jegulus happened? Well, for this ship, we will tear this to two parts. Why did it start it? Well, there's three main reasons. The first one being canon gaps and characterization. Like most Marauders era ship, it is mostly because of the canon gap of the Marauders era, and plus, both characters died before the start of the books, making it easier to go wild with these pairings. Second, the savior dynamic. James has always been portrayed as having a savior complex, and with Regulus's position making him the damsel, leading James to try to save his best friend's troubled brother. Third, RAB's sacrifice. Regulus' brave, solitary attempts to destroy the Horcrux, making him a sympathetic character. It does feel the desire to pair him with someone who could help and try to understand him. Now it's the most confusing question we have. Why did it got popular all of a sudden? This is where it gets a bit lost. So, as someone that has absolutely no idea whatsoever why this ship ever happened, I did find some reliable resource, aka Reddit. I did do some research myself. Before we start the whole rant, I will first introduce you guys a fanfiction that is somewhat partially the reason of this ship got popular. In the 2018, there is a fanfiction called All the Young Dudes by Miss King Bean 89 in AO3. This fanfic solely focusing on the Marauders era, and it is really popular amongst the Marauders fan. This fanfic had helped fuel and become a lot of fans' headcanon. And for those that never really read the book and watched the movie, thought that this might be canon. After this fanfic blew up in 2020, just for the record, it's COVID 19, people have nothing better to do. Well, it started out as a joke that many fans would jokingly paired up unbelievable pairings together just for laughs. Well, this includes Jegulus. After that, fans started doing fancast edits for many Marauders era characters. The most used fancast is Aaron Taylor Johnson as James and Timothée Chalamet as Regulus. And this is when the ship got a whole boost, as a lot of ship fans could get a visual of this pairing. Again, please do not judge them. I mean, people are trying to cope with the pandemic. You have to find a way to cope anyway. So shortly after that, is more and more fanfic being written. And while all this are happening, new Marauders fans start getting into the fandom from TikTok. And we're all invested into this ship through all the edits and headcanons. Tropes. Some famous trope that has been used for this pairing. Opposite side of the wall, secret relationship. As Jet Eater and member of the Order of Phoenix, the relationship is full of danger, secrets, and high tension drama. Enemies to lover. Both characters move from mutual dislike to affection. Fix it fic, Regulus live. Common trope where Regulus survived the cave and allowing him to be able to leave the Dead Eaters and build a life with James. Forbidden romance, tragic romance. Due to familial, house, and war pressure, their relationship was forced to be hidden, doomed, or required sacrifice. Tropes of this ship often get angsty and mostly would focus on the contrast of James's light-hearted popular nature to Regulus's reserved introvert personality. Now, my thoughts on this ship. Well, for me, I would just say basically I could not imagine them being together. It's weird because they don't really have any interaction ever. Their only interaction that I would say that would happen, it's jealousy between them having Sirius as a brother. For me, Sirius see James as a brother, and Regulus was Sirius' real brother. I would like to think that Sirius and Regulus before Hogwarts, they have a deep brotherly relationship. So when Sirius was sorted to Gryffindor and Regulus was sorted to Slytherin, that had made something broke. Even if, let's just say, even if Regulus and James do have any some sort of interaction, it would have Sirius in the middle. It would be solely on Sirius. Because these two could never had any chemistry. I just don't think it would work. It doesn't have any interaction foundation from either the books or the movies. As foundation, I mean like there's no love, there's no hate, and they have someone between them. It's not just two of them. There won't be anything able to be romanticized. Let's jump to the ship color palette. Basically, you can see this table. We have sorted 3 ships. So, right now, we're going to sort Jegulus. This ship, I wouldn't say that it's dread. I just don't think they pass as a ship. They could have other kind of relationship, like maybe mutual understanding for Sirius. Yeah, but I don't think that romantic work. They could have a relationship, but not this kind of romantic relationship, if that makes sense. It makes sense to me. The tip for the next ship. This next ship is a canon ship. Finally, we're going into a canon ship. According to many, this ship is really lovely and sweet. As a canon ship, that would mean I couldn't put too much tip. I'm scared that all of you would know what ship this is. So, the most that I could tell you guys without spoiling too much is that this ship is married. So, that's all your tips. So, if you guys like my video, please put a like, subscribe, put on the notification for the next video. Thank you guys for watching.